Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the next video on polymers. Let's get started on this next video. So let's think about what a polymer is. Now let's break down this word here. Now I can take this word and I can rearrange it into a variety of different things. So a morel spy, I can take the exact same letters and I can make two new words out of it, and this is a type of mushroom that you would see. I can also go through and make maybe other words like rope. And I can throw away some of the letters that I don't necessarily need. When we're talking about a polymer is a substance that has a molecular structure consisting of chiefly or entirely large numbers of similar units bonded together, just like the word polymer. And I can rearrange all of these different words to make different things, and the arrangement of the way that these words are makes different letters. This is the same thing when we're talking about biochemistry, talking about polymers, and we're talking about monomers. So let's think about the word polymer here. Well, a polymer, I can either go through and I can take subunits, monomers, and I can go through and bond them together, and then I can use that large molecule to go through and perform a function in my body. I can also go through and remove the bonds between each of these monomers, and then I can use each of the subunits and ship them out and use them in different places in my body for whatever biochemical function I need them for. So I've been using the word monomer a lot. So let's think about what a polymer and a monomer are so we can understand why they're important. So a monomer is just a single unit. So monomers are just the parts that make up a polymer. Now when we go through and bond monomers together, in this specific case, we're going to get a polymer, which is one large unit. So in this case, we can see we have single units that are going to bond together in a long chain. And then this long chain is going to create what we call a polymer. Mono meaning one, poly meaning many bonded together in this specific case. So we have to understand how we break polymers apart and put them together. Now, let's say I had these two monomers here bonded together. The way I can go through and break them apart is by basically going through and shoving a water molecule in between them. By placing that water molecule in between them, I'm going to break that oxygen bond between the two monomers. I'm going to break up the water molecule, and I'm going to create two OH end units that are going to separate my monomer here. Now let's say I wanted to go through and put them together. Well, remember, all I have to do is remove my water from this specific case here. So what I can do is, again, have my two monomers here. Remember, this is really just the water. I go through, I remove a water molecule, and then I can reform the oxygen bond that I have between my two monomers to form a polymer. So we have specific names for this. The first part is hydrolysis, and this is any chemical reaction in which a molecule of water ruptures one or more chemical bonds. So let's say we had our two monomers bonded together, just like the first example. Let's say this was a maltose sugar molecule in this specific case. What we're going to do is shove in a water molecule. We'll place a water molecule in between the two bonds. We will rupture those chemical bonds. Those two monomers now will take on that water molecule, and we'll get, in this specific case, well, two glucose molecules here, or two glucose monomers. What we can do is we can separate that polymer into two monomers by going through and placing the water in those chemical bonds in between them. Again, the name for this is hydrolysis. Now, when we're going through and we're trying to put two monomers together, we call this dehydration synthesis. And this is the process of joining two molecules or compounds together following the removal of water. That's why we call it dehydration. Remember, if you're dehydrated, you don't have enough water. It's removed from your body. So let's go through and look at this. Well, I have my two monomers. They are not bonded together. Let's take the same two glucose monomers that we had. And what we're going to do is remove the water molecule from there. So on the one monomer, we're going to remove a hydrogen. On the other one, we're going to remove an oxygen and a hydrogen. We're going to form water, and then we're going to get the oxygen bond to create my maltose polymer. So dehydration synthesis is removing a water, and hydrolysis is adding a water to go through and break those bonds. Dehydration, we're trying to reform the bond between the two monomers to make a larger polymer. So why is this at all relevant? Let's go back to our hamburger example. Let's say we go through and eat a hamburger again. Well, we're going to break that hamburger down into all of the monomers, and those monomers are going to serve a couple of purposes. The first purpose is going to be, well, it's going to go through and create other polymers that are going to be useful for our body. And all of those polymers and proteins are then going to come together to form all the different systems in our body. So we have the skeletal system, the nervous system, the respiratory system, digestive system, muscular system. And then what they're also going to do is they're going to give us energy. We're going to be able to use the bonds and transfer that bond energy from our mitochondria into ATP to make useful energy for our body. So those monomers really serve a really important purpose when we're breaking down our food, because not only are they making up the body that we have, remember, you are what you eat. If you break down that hamburger, you are taking those same molecules from that hamburger and recombining them into your body. But they're also going through and providing the body energy by transferring the energy in the bonds between all of the chemical molecules that exist in that hamburger to your mitochondria, now to you. So, did you guys learn? Well, did you guys learn a couple of things? Did you guys learn what a polymer is? Did you guys learn about dehydration synthesis and hydrolysis? And then did you guys learn about how polymers make up the human body? This is going to be the end of the video. I will see you guys in class tomorrow.